happening, everybody? Welcome. Happy Thursday. It is I, Dario, with my homeboy, Darrian. Which way is the camera?
Hey, it's just I.
Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, welcome. I feel like we done been here this week, you know?
Hey, man. Yeah. 2 times in 1 week. This is, I'm not going to say it's unusual because we did the same thing with the ASL show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back to back. Back to back.
Just get to see y'all get to just see our beautiful faces twice in 1 week. Y'all should feel blessed.
Be blessed, everybody. Man, hey, how you feeling, man? Last time I saw you, you was crying on here. My nigga had me tearing up, bro. I almost Hey. Hey. I was gonna let you know. I was like, look, cause you almost had me crying, bro. I was sitting back there. Hey, if you run the tape back, as soon as you start tearing up, I went like this. I was like, oh my goodness, don't do it.
Hey, bro, I can't even talk.
Oh
man.
Oh.
I'm good, man.
Good.
I'm much better, man. That Monday special was it was therapeutic, man.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good conversation. Good dialogue to have, man. And we appreciate all of y'all that reached out to both of us respectively and gave us feedback and just told us how informative we were, how authentic it was, and how real it was just for you guys to be sitting down and watching us or listening. So we definitely appreciate it. Yeah, and then we also got featured on another podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to Bud Buddies, Julie America. Thank you. We are truly grateful to have you feature us on another podcast. Hey, Darren, this is what we talked about, man. We wanted Be Positive to be something where we can collaborate. That's what our tagline is. If you go to the Be Positive Production page, in the business to collaborate, to create art and collaborate. So, huge shout out, man. That felt really good, man, to have her base kind of do it. And it was a whole episode. Like, it was her whole episode was our show, which was dope, man. You really don't. Dope. Yeah, you really don't see that a lot, man. I'll be honest with you. I don't know whenever you have a cross platform type of thing going on like that, man. So that was really dope. I'm so grateful for her. I know you are too, man. And again,
grateful and honored, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and everybody that watched it, man. Like, honestly, we'll probably re-air it again. Or anybody can look it up, but we'll probably post it again as a new post. We think about it, but I know people want to have more dialogue. We down to get more dialogue. We down to talk because honestly, that's what we need to do. We need to talk and work this thing out because as you can see, change in people has happened. The country is starting to see a little bit of change. They're making these laws, and the people got convicted. So conversations like we had on Monday are happening, and things are happening, and it's working. So, man, hey, thank y'all for the support on that. It was different, man. We had the black background, boy. We was full Malcolm X up in here, boy. What's up? We put up teas the next day to support Black Lives Matter movement. Speaking of,
check my man out.
Man,
check my man out.
Shout out to Greetings by Jenny for helping us out. Another great collaboration. This is gonna be something we collab on. And look, Darren, I want to say, man, these shirts. Hey, your mom is on. Tell her I said hi. What's happening, mom? Just want to give a shout out to everybody that have made purchase of the shirts, any one of the shirts, especially the Black Lives Matter shirt. I got Black Lives Matter going across the back of the shirt here. You see the fist is flying. You see I get to do my Captain America pose. What's up? But no, thank you, because proceeds of this shirt are going straight to Black Lives Matter. And right now, we've raised almost $300 just in the purchase of these shirts. So all of it going straight to Black Lives Matter. So let's just keep on doing it, man. There's more work to be done. We got some fun stuff that we gotta. Some more stuff we got to do, and we're gonna kind of make it a fun thing. So you'll see more from us going on. So Darren, we got a lot of
Oh
new
yeah,
shit.
most definitely.
We got a lot of new shit, man. I didn't even tell you, bro. The B Positive stickers came in, my man.
Oh yeah, the stickers drop.
Yes. Yeah.
Look at that, man. Just beautiful.
Yes.
Well, we'll just be quiet on the stickers. We'll let Jenny handle all of that.
Yeah, we'll let Jenny handle it. Hey, Darian, what's a show without my Truly reference, huh? What's a show? What's a show without that?
Yeah. Come on, get the sponsorship.
It's
somebody
very
tag Truly. They got a Facebook page.
Yeah, somebody let Truly know. But before you let Truly know, Darren, I got something to show you, my man.
Oh, you put it in the tumbler.
Oh.
Put it in the tumbler.
Oh.
You can't even.
Hold on, I'm messing up. I forgot to take stuff out. Yeah. Look at yeah, people.
Look at that.
It just got real.
I hope somebody. We gonna have to go back and screen record that.
Yeah, I got it. I got it recorded. Ooh, shit! I'm fucking up.
Get you some positive juice.
Yeah, go ahead, get you that B Positive juice. Hey, let me tell you how it tastes after this. Let me tell you how it tastes. Let's see. Ooh, it tastes the same, boy. I tell you, it tastes the same. I feel like I feel great, my brother. It tastes the same. It tastes good, my brother. Woo! Shit.
Oh my God.
Hey, y'all can go pick up these. You can get the tumbler. You know, go ahead and get your tumbler. It's also on Greetings by Jenny. Shout out Greetings by Jenny for doing your thing on these tumblers. Hey, I don't know if you can tell here, but it got a little shine on it, man. It glisten. You know what I'm saying? It glisten.
Oh, okay.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, listen. We know. We got. Look at my mom. She said it's truly good.
Ha!
Truly good.
Go ahead, Mom. Go ahead. Go ahead. Boy, we good.
Come on, man. Get off the page, Mom.
No, stay there. Stay there. I'm trying to position this where the drink hole is gonna show the B Positive. Look, there it is.
Drink hole.
Right? That's what it's called.
Drink hole.
The drink hole.
That just sounds. I don't know why it sounds weird. Drink hole.
It do.
Yeah, let me put my lips on the drink hole.
Oh my goodness. Hey.
Hey Jenny, we need to order different tumblers. This drink hole is too small. I can't get no drink out this drink hole.
Man, the drink hole can't be too big now. I don't want to drink.
Hey, boy, you sound 56. Oh shit, the drink hole. The drink hole is too small. Come on, man.
Ooh. Hey, you know what I like most about drinking out of the tumbler?
Man.
What's up? You know what I like most about drinking out this? This is what I like drinking most out of the tumbler. Listen to the little slurp that your lips make when you drink out of it. Listen to it. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I like that little slurp, man.
That's because that's that drink hole.
That's that drink hole.
Hey, bro, I'm through with you, man.
Oh God. Hey, this is gonna be a fun one.
I'm through with you, man.
AJ, shout out to AJ. He helped me out. It's called the drink opening.
Thank you, AJ. Thank you, AJ. We gotta sound sophisticated, man.
Hey.
This fool, oh yeah, let me get the drink hole. I put my lips on the drink hole and you make a little slurp.
I didn't know what it was, man.
Oh my God! Hey y'all, 56 Dario is in full effect.
I need to get out the house, man. Need to get out this damn house, man. Do some more comedy outside.
Oh my God!
Hey man, hey. Speaking of which,
I'm gonna tell you something that hurt.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you about something that hurt my feelings, man.
What?
Drew Brees, man.
Oh,
Drew Brees. He hurt my feelings.
Man,
that's my quarterback.
I know,
man.
Man.
He hurt my feelings, man.
How you feel? How you really feel about that, man? Tell me before I start talking about his goofy ass.
I know you call him a nerd and shit. I already know how you feel.
Yeah, he a damn nerd. Fuck.
Bro. Listen, man. He played in New Orleans, man.
Yeah, with all the black people.
he know better, bro.
Yeah.
He know better.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. That's probably what hurt me the most. It's like when I see, like, I feel like dude just baited him into it, and he know better. He know better.
Yeah.
He know better, bro.
Yeah.
That's cool. You got an opinion. You know what I'm saying? And you know how we rock. Like, I'm respecting your opinion. I may not rock with your opinion, but I respect it if you got an opinion.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't the time. It wasn't the right time, bro.
No.
And he know better.
He does.
He know better.
He really does know better. But I mean, maybe he don't know better. But and here's a way to spin it, because like maybe this is enlightening, because this is probably the thought process of a lot of white people out there. You know what I mean? That mean well. Because I'm gonna say this on record. I truly think that he means well as a person. But that
I think so too.
That feeling that he has for that flag is so deeply rooted in him, and that's just is ingrained in him. You know what I mean? I think this is a lesson. This is part of the lesson that we have been talking about on Monday, and this is part of everything that people are going through right now. So I would hope that he learned from this and kind of say and see, okay, maybe let me open my mind a little bit more.
And I think at the end of the day, that's what the conversation needs to be about with a lot of people that aren't black. You can have an opinion if you want, but you need to have an open mind to know that your opinion that you have was 9 times out of 10 given to you.
Right.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
That's a generational cycle that you're stuck in, that you're not willing to break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen, and if people follow me on Instagram, I've shared a countless amount of stories, like on my story of white kids like arguing, full blown arguing with their parents, because their parents are stuck in a generational cycle, having an opinion that's given to them, and they're trying to give that to their kids, and their kids like, no, we ain't going for that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The little girl from Kentucky crying, bro, because she was like, I hate this house. Like, I have to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just an example of generational curses, like, that carry on. That generational opinion is given to you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's taught. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that's just naturally in you. That's taught.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
and that's the problem. And that's not just Caucasian people. That's black people.
Yeah.
That's Hispanics. Like, a lot of generational opinions that you have of other races, and hell, even the way you cook and all that shit. Like, that's given to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That opinion is given to you. Like, and it's up to us to break that generational cycle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And introduce something new to our generation, to our kids, and to their kids. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how change happens. Really. Yeah. Like, it starts in your household. You know what I'm saying? Well, it starts in your household, and you breaking these generational opinions that you are given different races.
Yeah.
That's how it starts. That's how you start saying. And then from there, like, I don't want my kids growing up and thinking that, you know, white people are bad or nothing like that. I don't think that, but like, that's just an example. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they should have an open mind. They should be willing to accept all people. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is that people don't want to stand up to that generational curse, per se. They don't want to go against, you know, that cycle that they've always been put in. And that's the problem, man. But yeah, he just, and like you said, my grandfather served in the military. Like, that way of thinking about that flag, bro, like, that's just, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's if they can't get past that, man, they definitely not gonna get past how to season food correctly. I mean, like, if it's one thing that they need to, if it's one thing,
potato salad.
I mean, come on, right?
Making unsweetened yams. How your yams don't got no sugar in them?
Right.
God damn.
Right.
Come on, man.
I mean, come on, dude.
What is that?
Look, but we gonna figure it all out, man. Because y'all tell you one thing, black people are mad. We mad as hell.
Man,
as hell. Some gonna change. I tell you that much.
Oh yeah. We all damn near flipped this Moving upside down.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
You better
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna change. Like literally, the world was a table. Black people got pissed off.
Flip this motherfucker up.
That's what happened.
Hey, black people. Hey, black people. Black people done. We treated this past weekend like our partner just reneged in spades. That's how we just treated this weekend. You know when a partner renege in spades, boy, that's a wrap. You gotta go home because it's over.
It's over with.
It's over with.
It's over with.
I thought you said you had four. Yeah. Hey man, we gonna get to
enough.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You about to say exactly what I'm about to say.
About to go get into it with our guest. Man,
yes, sir.
Yeah, hey. So we gonna man, look. So we got an audio clip, but for whatever reason, this is live. It's not working. So what we gonna do for y'all?
Hey, go ahead. Say it. Say it what I always say. It's live.
We live, baby.
I can cut off right now. Right. We can have a plan. And the shit go left because it don't work. That's what happened right now.
That's what happened.
Hey,
we live. So here's what we gonna do.
Else.
Before we bring on our guests for Chapter 17 guests, we gonna play our sponsorship again. So y'all can deal with that for a little bit, and we gonna be right back with our guest, Ashley Rolon. Give us 1 second. We'll be back. Hey everybody, welcome to today's guest, listenership. Welcome today's guest, Chapter 17, the great, wonderful friend of ours. So happy to have her on here, Ashley Rolon. Everybody, y'all put your hands together. Hey, what's happening? How you doing, Ashley?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Man, I was just dying laughing, listen to you guys. I was rolling around. You guys saw me. It's ridiculous. You guys are so crazy.
Hey, we just speak the truth. That's all.
God.
You know we don't have no sense.
No, you know that.
None whatsoever. I love it. That's nonsensical.
Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Talk to us. What you been up to?
You know, I'm doing good. Been working a lot on getting a job. That was nice. I finally have a job. So, months of unemployment, not receiving unemployment, and then finally got one. I'm happy. I'm like,
oh man, free. I was gonna ask you. I was like, would you get that little $600 credit? Because I know some people out there making bank.
I wish. I would have been so happy. I would have just been chilling back here doing art, trying to make my life. But no, I was in DoorDashing, which being essential, that's something. They're like, thank you for your service. I'm like, give me more money then.
Right. Give me more.
What was your worst DoorDash?
Oh, okay. This one was, I hated this so much. So what you got to know about me is I'm not stupid, but when it comes to driving and memorizing routes, that's not me. I Google Maps all the way. My mom gets so mad at me. I lived somewhere for 10 years, and I couldn't tell you how to get from the mall to where I live.
Oh,
It was ridiculous.
I'm
terrible at that.
How you don't know how to get there?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And right now, I can't do it. Like, I can walk it. If I can walk it, driving, I daydream. I don't know. It's dangerous. But anyway, they had an address in there. And in the address, it said, oh, you want to go, it's Frontage Road. And they're like, you want to go on Frontage Road that is off of Jane Avenue. Now, that means nothing to anyone. But what that means to me is I need to know those two intersect, right? And I'm on Google Maps. I'm like, Frontage and Jane Avenue. I'm like, I'm pretty sure those don't connect. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to find it. I'm just going to roll with it. It turns out that those roads are nowhere near each other. And they're like, well, you want to get on that side near that road. I was like, how am I supposed to figure this out when you can't even go on the road to find it? It took me 45 minutes to get to them. And I was just like, tell me the address, the name of your business. I'm going to Google map it. Turns out their business didn't have the correct address on it. So I said, tell me a business next to you. And they're like, no, just look at our business. I'm like, please, sweetie, I'm trying not to be mean right now, but just help me out. Listen to me before I just like blow my 45 minutes to find it. It was the
Hey,
worst experience.
look.
I damn near dropped the food like.
Hey, you nice.
Drop that mic and out.
I would have ate that shit up and left a tip. I would have refunded them their money. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that.
I would have done it right in front of it.
Yeah.
But it was one of those situations you leave it at the door, so it would not have been satisfying.
Yeah.
Hey,
definitely my worst.
it's been some. My boy, he ordered some food one time, and he said they just dropped it at the doorstep, and it was sitting out there for like 40 minutes. He didn't even know. I'm like, hey, wow.
Hey, it's
Yeah, unless you say, like, leave a message. I always try to text before I go, because some people don't like when you knock. I've had it where I've knocked on the door, and they're like, why are you knocking? So I always text. Unless they say something otherwise. But, yeah, they won't text you unless you tell them, text me.
Yeah, that's out of control. And that's DoorDash?
Mm-hmm.
DoorDash? Boy, y'all be wilding. Hey, look, there's like so many, it's like a million different delivery things out here in Chicago, man. Like, dude, it's like dude, it's ridiculous. It's like so many of them, man.
There's
Bro,
so many.
you can DoorDash, Grubhub, Instacart. I ain't know nothing about no Instacart. I'm like, you can have people go get your groceries?
Bro.
I was crazy. I did that one time. Never again. You know, people were saying when the pandemic started, they're like, oh, you know, Walmart should just have employees go ahead and shop for other people and give it. It is so stressful to shop for other people because, you know what you like, right? You know exactly what you're looking for. If someone tells you they want this very specific brand that's like kosher and organic and, you know, top shelf, you're like, I don't know what the hell that is. What's the substitute if that's not there? You know?
Hey, and you gotta, and you.
Like, oh, they don't have mayonnaise.
Look.
I get Miracle Whip.
They ain't got Charmin. They ain't got Charmin. They about to get your ass some Bounty. You about to use paper towels wiping on your ass, boy.
You're pressing up the spec, you know.
Your ass, you about to have a Swiffer picker upper. Your whole ass gonna be itching.
No. Your whole butt's about to be Swiffer nice.
I'm on some bullshit.
Over there.
Hey, Ashley.
All right, so Ashley,
No, D.
Yep, go for it. Shoot.
No, you go ahead, my brother.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll hear you. Yes, sir. Ashley, so tell us a little bit about yourself. What you do. I mean, me and Dario definitely know you grab the mic and you just do your thing. You can shut a house down. So tell us a little bit about how you got into comedy, how you got into stand-up, what led you there.
Oh, yes. The fun path of how I got into comedy. So I'm a firm believer in, like, the universe and, like, certain things kind of pushing you in a certain direction, and you kind of just have to, like, go with it. So prior to actually being in comedy, I was in a very, very dysfunctional relationship. It was awful. The guy just wasn't very great. He was very manipulative. And I broke up with him, and I just needed, like, a change. You know, I needed something to, like, fill my time and bring me joy. Because when you just get zapped with someone, you just need to create your own space. So, funnily enough, I ended up getting some free tickets from meetups, that one site, to the Laugh Factory. Okay. And I went to Laugh Factory, and I just kind of fell in love with all the comedians that were there. And lo and behold, I kind of started following people around, saying like where they were going. I followed them on Instagram and then would find their next show and go after them and just see what they were doing, and slowly was learning from them and seeing how other people were doing it. I was like, well, how are people learning how to write jokes? Where are they going when they're writing these jokes? Who are they talking to? How are they getting on shows? And those who know me, I'm very, very friendly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, I can make friends where I go. And I kind of just kept pushing forward until I, like, got the courage to get on stage. And I have to thank Antonio for that because there's actually a few people I got to thank. It's Antonio, and then Nick, he's another one who really helped me. Ogle.
Yep.
Ogle.
Mm-hmm.
he told me I was having the worst trouble figuring out what's right about. He goes, well, penises are very funny. You can write about penises. That's what my some jokes on it. So he helped me kind of come up with that. I was like, perfect. I can talk about penises. It's awesome. And then I was at a show, and Antonio had just started his open mic at NOLA Pub. And I was like, I don't know where to go. I don't know how long I just don't have 4 minutes. Like, I'm confused. And he's like, listen, come to my open mic, and you can go on for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and I will laugh at whatever you say, even if it's not funny. I will laugh at you, and you will have a good time. So that, like, kind of gave me the courage to, like, get on stage. And then it was really my mom that kind of helped me kind of shift my focus. She's like my go-to person. Anytime I have a new joke, I go straight to my mom and I tell her it. And if I can get her to laugh, it's usually good. Because if it's not funny, my mom will look me right in the face and be like,
your mom is a real your mom is a real one too.
No. She was just like, that's not good, baby. That's not good. She's like the most honest person I know when it comes. She will tell me right out, like, you need to work on that, baby.
Your mom is a real one.
That's kind of how it's been.
Yeah, that's what's up. Huh? I said your mom is a real one. Your mom is a real one.
Oh gosh, she's no joke. She's no joke. And of course, Dario was the first person to put me on a showcase, which was awesome. Second open mic I ever did. Dario, you came right up to me. You said, "I'm putting you on the show." I was like, "Oh my god, yes!"
Hey, hey, look.
Hey, I think that's interesting, dude. Like I'm gonna call it the DIY approach, because that's how you kind of like got into stand up. Because I mean, you hear stories of how people took classes at Second City, how they did this or did that, went to IO, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Everybody like was like, oh, like I went to class and I learned how to do stand up, and like you just took it upon yourself to say, all right, look, it's cool what they doing. I think I want to do that. Let me rub elbows with them so I can kind of pick their brain and find out, like, how do I do this?
Exactly.
That's crazy. Like, that's just I don't know. It's admirable, because it's like, I want to learn how to do something, and I'm just going to go do it. Like, she didn't say, like, oh, let me go spend, like, this much money at these class. Like, let me be taught how to do this. Like,
$350. $350.
Myself and learn that way, you know?
I love. And that's the thing, like, I really appreciate about Chicago comedy. Every person that I have talked to has been the nicest person. Like I always talk about Joe Kilgallen, because he's like my go-to like comedy guru. Whenever I need some like guidance in comedy, I like run to one of his shows and I'm like, Joe, I'm sad. Tell me comedy's good, and he's like there for me. You can go to almost any comic and they will give you some type of advice. It may not be the best advice, but they will give you something, you know?
I mean...
Not every... You and me, Mario, know who's not.
Okay.
We also know people who run shows who aren't great.
All right,
but
yeah.
we know a lot of good people too.
Yes, we know a ton of good people.
I'm not trying to post you shade right now, okay? Don't do that.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just
need to see my shady side.
I'm just saying. You know, some people didn't pay their phone bills apparently. Ooh. Somebody SMS ain't working. And somebody's Texases ain't working.
They said, "Oh, I got my phone in the toilet."
Let me go sip some of this positive juice. Let me go sip some positive juice right now.
You gotta get that pinky up too.
You know, you see me? Hey, D.
No, I just choose not to associate myself with people who I don't like.
Yeah.
If I don't like you, I don't talk to you. If I don't talk to you, I probably don't like you.
Yeah.
That's the simplest thing.
And that's a fact. Hey, speaking of which, because every Monday night, our relationship, we got a really very, very unique relationship, very strong relationship. And every Monday night, we always kind of came back and forth and gave each other the lowdown of what happened over the weekend. and we kind of let it all out. You at one point
I
you
cherish those Monday nights.
oh
I cherish them so much.
Monday nights are so fantastic. I think at one point you probably knew every detail about everything that was going on with me. And
I loved it. I would try to get there early just so I could get all the lowdown. I'm like, what's going on in Dario's life? Who did he talk to last week? Did that issue get resolved? Did they become more of an asshole? Less of an asshole? Are they understandable? It was like reading a story. I'm like, ooh, what's the next chapter? What's the next chapter? Who's getting cut out? You know, who got murdered? You know, who's done? Who got canceled? I need to know this.
It was a soap opera. Hey, Darrian,
I will say this.
Darrian, no.
I will say this. When D get hot, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's a wrap.
All bets is off.
Off. None.
All bets are off. And he'll tell you. I'll be like, I don't talk to him off the bridge a couple times. Like, bro, just be cool. Let whoever gonna do what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, no need. But it'd be some situations I'd be like, hey, man, I support you.
Yeah.
Do what you got.
Yeah. Hey.
It is what it is.
Honestly,
you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, with the two of you all, man, y'all have kept me sane over the last year and a half, specifically year and a half. Darrian, known you 14 years. But Ashley, I've known you for the last year and some change now. Man, without y'all two, look, it's been some weeks. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just, y'all don't know.
I'm like trying not to be too specific, but let's say when a certain somebody decided to question our outfits and our comedy at an open mic.
Well, I'll say this. Ashley coming with the smoke. I like it. Look, I'll say this.
Man, y'all want to cut to another sponsorship break?
Let's just go ahead, Eric.
Wait, I'm about to buy someone.
Look. All I know is I hope Corona serves them well. That's all I gotta say. Let me go ahead. Sip some more positive juice.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
I said, let the universe give you exactly what you deserve. That's all I understand. Let the universe give you what you deserve.
Man, yeah, they gonna get it. We gonna see if they.
Amen. So Ashley, tell us about your influences in comedy. God damn, y'all.
Yeah. I told you, you can't let me get shady and get something downhill. People don't know this about me, okay? They see me, I love you, and they don't see the dark side, okay? I gotta lock that up.
This what happens when you get, like, you know what I mean? It happened before with Trev, like, we just started going left. And I'm like, yo.
We friends.
Come on back this way.
I love you. You're keeping us on focus here, so I'm gonna
try. Come on,
okay.
Let's go.
All right. So, how many my comedy influences? Let's get back to that. That was a great question. So unlike most comics, so I'm weird. First off, you gotta understand that about me. I call myself weird. I accept it because I always say, if you ever call me weird once, you don't really know me. I have a strange kind of way of thinking. And in that boat, I have really good memory, but I don't for my childhood. So there's a lot of influences that are kind of just melded into my brain that I have no clue where they came from until someone's like, oh yeah, that was like Dave Chappelle. And I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So it's the randomest thing. So there's a lot of my childhood influences that I don't really fully remember, but they're in there. A lot of my now stuff that I watch, I think, of course, Dave Chappelle is amazing. I can never be a Dave Chappelle, so I look after John Mulaney, Mike Birbiglia, because I can be a little bit awkward when I'm on stage, and I like to do the storytelling stuff. So I focus on people that I know I can emulate a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm better at telling stories than I am at one-liners
Yeah.
and coming up with like really great punchlines, and then coming up with the story later. I have to do the story and then come up with the punchline as I go. So that's kind of like my main like focus of like what my comedy kind of style is, more of that storytelling, taking you through the journey, and telling you about my weird experiences with white women touching my hair. Like that's what I go through.
Hey, that shit been canceled. Ain't no more of that.
I'm good. As long as you didn't say
Chris Rock. Hey, how you feel about Chris Rock?
Yeah, I was just about to say I'm good. As long as you say Chris Rock.
No.
Yeah, fellas, is Chris Rock funny? To be honest.
I like the show. Everyone with Chris. I like that.
Yeah,
That was
Chris
good.
Rock was not in Everybody Hates Chris.
Dang.
Exactly.
Dang.
That's my point. I'm done.
I'll go with whatever you decide with that one. You know, all I'll say is I like that. Whatever you take from that, I'll let you. There you go. You know what?
Oh yeah. Pin drop. We can end the show. Show was over. See you next week.
That's
Hey.
the common thread. Everyone has to figure out what their opinion is of Chris Rock.
Man.
Show's over. See you next week. If they're gonna blame it on a generational opinion, do the thing. I don't know if my mama like Chris Rock or not. I really don't care. But this will be a generational opinion that I'm gonna pass down to my kids. Because Chris Rock
This is
ain't
the
funny.
one.
Oh.
This is the one that's never gonna change.
Hey.
You
Hey.
wanted to be known for 3 generations that you did not think Chris Rock was funny.
Nah.
I mean,
You're
look.
gonna put it like hieroglyphics.
AJ. 98 Chris Rock, 91 Chris Rock, 2000 Chris Rock, 2010 Chris Rock, 2020 Chris Rock, 2021 Chris Rock, 2025 Chris Rock, 2030 Chris Rock. None of them. None of them.
What did Chris Rock do to you? Why is this such a personal vendetta?
It's
Well,
just,
hey, he ain't do nothing. Because I'm telling you, if I see him, he gonna be the greatest thing since sliced bread.
hey, Darrian real with it. I feel like if Darrian met, honestly, if Darrian met him, he'll be cordial. But I think soon as you ask, because I know Darrian, I know him, ain't no way he could switch up and be phony. I don't believe you, D. I don't believe you. I feel like this is what he'll do. This is what he'll do.
No, you shouldn't.
I know.
You shouldn't. Me saying that is just all the show right now. So Chris Rock was like, hey, do you think I'm funny? I'm like, you know what, man? You caught me a couple times giving him the shit, but I'm not really. And so we have to keep it a buck. I don't care.
I think
What are you gonna do to me?
that's what I'm. Okay, at least I know I'm right about that. I know he ain't going.
If we keep it in the buck, I ain't gonna switch up. I'm definitely gonna switch up.
No, he ain't never gonna switch up.
Well, boy.
I saw Darrian
You know
turn.
now that's the only one you can meet.
Man, right, yeah.
Chris Rock. That's the only celebrity you can meet now.
Yeah, I'm about to be right. I got your back though.
Shit.
I got your
We can
back.
have him on the podcast.
Uh,
Hey, look, Chris Rock, come on the podcast. We can talk about your material. How funny it ain't.
Ooh.
You can be like, hey, let me tell you how to improve.
Hey, look, I don't even want to tell them how to improve. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? We got something planned. You know what I'm saying? Is we gonna put Chris Rock on sets, Dario.
Ooh.
That's what we gonna do.
Good.
Dissect this whole.
Oh,
You know what I'm
See,
saying? But that's another story.
oh, that's a
I
good
got
one.
it now. I totally understand. So, Dario and the regular guests, they do all the shade for like reality, and then you do the shade for Chris Rock. That's your shade for the show. You got to do a little bit of food.
That's-
I'll be a little food. Because everyone's got to be.
I ain't never shied away.
That's
I ain't never shied away from smoke. Dario know that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
shied away from smoke.
oh yeah.
Celebrity, regular person, reality, rich, poor, homeless,
Yeah.
Donald Trump,
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, Lil Breeze, whoever wants smoke can get it. Don't
Oh.
matter to me. You know what I'm saying?
He
Don't
said-
matter.
He said Lil Wayne.
I think one of the things I remember saying to you most when we used to go out dancing, which by the way are still one of my most treasured moments, is dancing with you guys.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was a lit night.
People that don't know, these men can throw down. Like it is. Once the club throw down, oh, I was so proud. I was like, ooh, my man. Ooh,
Hey.
there they go.
Hey,
Ooh.
I I'll be honest with you. I'm better at dancing than I am comedy. Well, I don't know about now. I don't know about now. I don't know. I don't know about now. I'm a little older. My knees ain't what they used to be. You know what I mean? My knees ain't what they used to be. But I can dance now. Look, hey, if we want to, we get down with it. I can dance now. Don't get it twisted. Shit.
I would say you are at least as good. I don't know if you're better at dancing than comedy. You're pretty funny. I don't know if that's. I'd have to really think about that. I'd have to see like 15-minute dance routine.
I would say 2005 through 8, Dario. Yeah, going crazy.
Hey, I was just about to say, oh wait, Dario was a bad boy.
Yeah. Oh, 8, Dario.
I think he was like,
Oh, 08, he was a bad
Bruh,
boy.
08, me? Shit. Boy, I shut all these kids down. Boy, what you talking about? It's a wrap.
your fantasy league.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 Dario got it.
Oh shit! Hey, if anybody got that trading card, that Topps card, boy, hey, that bad boy worth something. I'm telling you, boy. 08 Dario was in the lab. I had.
The 08,
Hell yeah.
08 Dario dance with me card.
Ooh, let's go. Hey, look, 08 Dario was getting. I was getting cutting in the lines. I ain't wait. You know, look, 08 Dario. 08 Dario was getting free drinks, you know what I'm saying? Look, shit. 08 Dario,
Wait,
boy.
hold on.
What's up?
Hold on. Because last year Dario was getting free drinks all the time, and I was damn mad. This man has had more free drinks in a year than I have had in my life. That's wrong.
Oh.
Hey.
Wrong.
Wait, I mean,
Wrong.
Hey.
hey.
I'm about to-
time, Sam.
I am going to be quiet.
Hey,
That's
look,
what I'm gonna
that
do.
was
That
was
would be in the best interest of everybody watching. Of one of the hosts, it would be in his best interest as well. I'm just gonna be quiet.
hey, look, everybody got a pass. It's okay. I was just getting free drinks. All right. What time is it? Get off this mother.
Let's talk about the art. Let's talk about the album.
Yeah, there we go. Let's talk about art.
Come on, D. Come on, D.
Yeah, the art. Let's talk about the art because I don't know if anybody knows. They should by now, but Ashley, you are the creator, the designer, the inspiration behind all of our all of our albums that we have, and we got 2 of them. We got 2 albums out. So, man, thank you. You made some really legendary albums. When we go platinum, top Billboard 200, I want your name all over the place. I want your name all over the place.
I gotta say,
200.
that's probably been the most fun. I love comedy. I really do. But the most fun I have, and me and Dario have had so many conversations about that. I love being behind the scenes. That is my favorite thing to do. If I am behind the scenes, I am happy. That is where I love.
That's Darian's lane. That's Darian's lane too. He loved it.
So much. And I still remember it was, Kevin Bunke was leaving, and I kept offering. I was like, hey, if you need me to do Photoshop for you, I got you. I got Photoshop. And to be real, I hadn't played around with Photoshop in years. So every time I do a new album, every time I do something new for you, I'm always learning a new skill. And I'm like, let me see how this works. Let me see how this works. It's always stuff I've never done before. And I'm just like, I think Dario's going to really like this. And I just mess around until I find something that I think brings the spirit into it,
Ashley, let me tell you something. When I got the first draft of the genies, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is major right here.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, she even got my beard on point.
Man.
I was blown away.
Yeah.
I've never done that. So I've now recently started getting very comfortable with calling myself a digital artist. Before I was just like, oh, I tinker.
Take your credit.
But when Dario
I tinkered.
When Dario was talking to me about the album, I just had this very clear image of exactly what I wanted from what he was telling me, and I was like, I've got to do this. I know the color schemes. I know how I want it to look, and I wanted it to look like something you would actually see if you went to a store to buy a CD. Yeah. I wanted it to be very like clean and something that's like, you know, that grabs your attention. And I think that's what it did, you know.
I think you hit it on the head right away. And the crazy thing is like, I think the first album I gave you the picture of the Dave Chappelle cover and said, hey, do what you got to do. This is what I want for this first one. And you nailed it. You just absolutely killed it. And then the second one, I just said, hey, the album is called Laughter is Good for the Soul. Let's see what you got. Do whatever you do, that's what we going with. And you hit it with those genies. I'm telling you, like, they look so good. I wish I had the graphic up ready to go, but I mean, they are fantastic. I love those. I love it. I love it. And here's a cool thing. The first album, what a lot of people, and this is kind of like a behind the scenes, only a little people know, but the cover that is on iTunes is not the original cover. It's not the original cover. So if you go to iTunes and you see We Spoke This Into Existence, the 4 stars, the 4 Chicago stars, they're white in the middle. But that's not the original. In the original, we had all the initials of all the shows that I produced in those. And the story behind the reason why they're not there is because when we were going through the distribution, they said at that time that we couldn't, every word that was on the front cover had to be accounted for on the album as a feature or something. And I was like, you know, granted, we don't know what we're doing. Me and D don't know what we're doing. I'm like, we're just putting the album out. And once the guy emailed me back and said, what's in those stars? That's got to be on the album somewhere. I was like, dude, that's like a secret, bro. Like, I can't get rid of those.
Easter eggs.
Yeah, they Easter eggs.
I love Easter eggs. It's like my favorite thing because I love them in movies. I'm a huge movie buff. Like, that's actually like what I spend my time doing, and what eventually I'm going to do is being in movies. I like write. I'm starting my own comic. Like that's what I want to do, is be in movies. So anytime you have an idea, I'm always like, how can we tease it? How can we add an Easter egg? And when they took that away from us, I was so mad. I was like, this is going to be so nice.
Yeah, I was so hurt by that. Because that was, if you remember, there was another thing we could change too. If we changed the word feature to with, I was like, no, I want everybody on there to be featured. I don't want it to be with. I want us to work together. And so that took a little while everything was delayed. But the cool thing is the people that were at the November 4th release party, there's 20 people out there that actually got the album cover with the way you designed it originally. So those are collector's albums.
I still have mine. I have mine in my car. I have the CD in my CD player. I randomly will just put it on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's I don't own a lot of CDs, so it's just there.
you know what? You know what I think is the coolest part about that having the album out is, and Darrian, I don't know, you tell me if it's, but when you see it pop up in your rotation, like when you hit shuffle and it just pops up, and I'm like, oh, that's fire.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Like, randomly, I'm just listening to my phone, and you know, my phone, like I always say, like either my phone working with me that day or it's not.
Yeah.
And like randomly, like one of the artists come up, and I'm like, just this morning, actually, I'm on shuffle, and Life versus Electricity come on. And I'm like, oh, this is my joint right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just random. It is so dope, like just to see like when that cover pop up like on my little my radio. I'm like, oh man, you know. And I can't wait till Juneteenth when the second one drop, and I can get that same feeling. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Hey,
that's dope.
Hey,
I love it.
But check this out too. Something else that Ashley is doing that's really cool with the release of this album. Ashley, won't you tell them what you're doing with the release of this album, because it's very different.
Yeah. Very, very different from the original release because, as I said, I love teasers. That's like what gets me going. It's teasers on anything. Kind of decided that we should be a little bit different. Let's show people a little bit about what they're going to see without actually giving everything away. So little comic strips based on the comedians and their jokes. And I've been laughing so hard. it hasn't been hard finding things to make comics about within their set. I usually just pick the first because it's so funny. All of them are so good. And I've been trying to do it every week. I've slipped a little bit, but we're back at it.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's easy. All the comics that see it seem to really like their jokes being like illustrated,
in the comic,
which I appreciate.
Yeah, and I know I just said, hey, do whatever you got to do, and you came up with that idea, and of course, I don't ever doubt what you got going on. I just say, let's run it. let's go ahead and make this shit happen. So if anybody wants
which I appreciate.
Hell yeah. I mean, you an artist. That's what me and D, that's what we all care about. If anybody wants to see those, we have them on the B Positive Productions Instagram page, which is B _ Positive Productions. Yeah, on Instagram. Hey, look, man, it's too many of them to remember. There's too many of them to remember. It's so many. Ashley,
pretty soon we're gonna have them where they have the audio on it, and that's gonna be so funny. When you see the audio, when you hear the audio, and see the comics together on like a little movie, it's gonna be nice. I think all the comics are really gonna enjoy them. I would encourage them to like actually post it on this page so they have it.
Yeah. That's gonna be dope. Everybody, June 19th, like Darrian said. Make sure that you go and honestly, we got some fantastic artists on there, and the album, top to bottom, is probably one of the funniest things I've heard almost ever when it comes to comedy. And I'm not just saying it because Darrian, I don't have a set on there. It's just the comedians. It's just the comedians. Me and Darrian are doing something a little different on the album. So you got to tune in to you got to listen to it.
It's definitely funnier than anything Chris Rock put out.
The shade is fun. Oh, we got cold in here. It's a little chilly.
A little chilly in here.
So, Ashley, in all seriousness, Ashley, I want to know. I'm always like searching for like some hardships or something. Something you had to overcome throughout your journey, throughout comedy, or life in general.
Yeah.
So give us something that you like feel like you like, man, like I had to get through that, like to get to this point.
There's so many. I'll give you the most recent stuff. I'll say something that probably surprises people. I've been dealing with, and Dario knows a little bit about this.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with like depression, probably since I was about 11 or 12. When my mom, she had an aneurysm and almost died. She was one of 22 people that had a brain aneurysm, and she was one of 3 people that survived. So she was very near losing her life, and that kind of stepped me into this place of understanding death and understanding that life isn't forever. And I grew up in poverty too, so depression has always been kind of a part of me, and I know a lot of people see me as this very bubbly person, but I spend a lot of time by myself. I don't have a lot of people in my life purposefully because I need a lot of time to like digest what comes into my mind and digest the world as it is, especially now. And I do have what's called suicidal ideation. It's not suicidal thoughts where you want to, kill yourself. It's just the idea kind of pops in your head. And that's something I've kind of had to deal with, over a decade. It has made me who I am. I'll say that. Because of all the things that have brought me to the depression and to the brink of suicidal ideation, I know I understand people a lot better when they're in those moments of despair. I know that I can comfort people so much better because I know how it feels to feel powerless. I know how it feels to feel like no one cares about you. I know exactly how it feels when people in your life have turned their back on you and you feel like you have no other recourse than to just like end it and be alone. So I'm actually so thankful for that because there are so many people I come in contact with and I don't even know them very long, but I have them talking about their story and how they're in therapy and how they wish people understood them. My favorite phrase hearing from any person I meet is, "You make me feel normal. You make me feel safe." That's like the biggest compliment that I love to receive because I know what it feels like to not feel sane. I know what it feels like to not feel normal. I know what it feels like to feel like you're completely alone. And that's like it's a hard thing to have to deal with all the time, but I'm thankful I have it so I can help other people.
Man.
Let me kind of explain something to y'all, and I don't know if anybody was paying attention. Okay, everything about this woman right here, she kind of just showed you why me and Dario are so like crazy about her. Okay, she just told us about her depression, these suicidal. Say it one more time, Ashley, because
suicidal idolation.
Suicidal idolation. Okay. She did not take that and turn it into a whole story about herself, okay? What she did, she told us what she's been through, and she actually shared how she uses it to help other people. That was the first thing on the top of her mind. So that just show y'all like what kind of person we actually dealing with here, why we could get on this podcast and just have fun with this young lady and just, you know what I mean? And just and why are we so joyous? You know what I mean? Why we could just talk off the cuff about whatever. You know what I mean? It's just that just shows you. It gives you a peek. It gives you the behind the scenes look of what kind of person that we talking to today and what we dealing with. You, my dear, I admire, I adore. You just keep being you. That's all I can say. That's definitely all I can say.
Man, hey,
Thank you.
I want to
Yes.
I want to add something else to that because and this is Darrian, you know, I'm gonna be serious for a moment here. We've had a lot of people that kind of help us work on projects with Be Positive and such, and people that's kind of we've almost, and if we're gonna be realistic, almost been a revolving door of people that we let in and people that have gone out. And right now, currently on the Be Positive roster, you're looking at the three of them right here. You're looking at the three people on the Be Positive roster right now. And I say that because I told Darrian on a serious note, I said, look, I'm not letting nobody else in because like I done been burned too many times. I done been hurt too many times, man, by trying to do something good and kind of rubbed a little wrong way. And Ashley is the only one that has been there and just said, hey, you know what? Look, I believe what you do. You are you, and let's go ahead and get this done. So Ashley, for that, being one of the three right now, I truly respect you.
It don't matter what it is, bro. Like it don't matter what kind of project we working on. Like when I was spearheading what we was doing in Second City before we got shut down. When I was spearheading that, it was very easy. I'm like, hey, Ash, look, this is what I need. She's like, all right, I got you. Just tell me where you want to kind of go with it, and boom, she got it cracking. You know what I mean? And it just, like I say, it sometimes less is more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's it's a hard lesson that we had to learn, but it's a beautiful lesson that I would never trade, you know, for anything else because, you know, I rock with you to the fullest, and Ash, you know, like, I just know, like, you know what I mean? Like, if we got to depend on anybody, it's going to be us, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
You know
Honestly, like, I always tell, my family knows, like, anytime I bring up you guys, everyone, they're like, that's the crew. I've never had a problem with you guys. There have been moments in comedy that have honestly frustrated me to the point where I'm just like, who do these people think they are? That kind of situation, you know?
Yeah.
Where you're just like, audacity. I've never had that issue. And I tell this to Dario all the time. I full-heartedly believe in what you guys are doing. I have no doubt in the positivity and what it can create. I am never surprised at the height of which you guys can perform. And I don't know if that's like that. It's not for me a nice thought. It's just is the thought. I'm like, oh yeah, of course that makes sense.
Ooh.
That's what's
That's
happening.
strong right there, Ashley.
Yeah.
That's strong.
Yeah.
You say it's not a nice thought. That is the thought.
That is the thought. Yeah.
It's the truth. Dario, don't I say that to you all the time? Like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
That's my common phrase with Dario all the time. I'm not surprised.
And what's the crazy part is, I'm the one that's always surprised at what happens. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. What the hell? You know, like I'm the one that they always tell, hey, look, man, why are you surprised? We doing the right things, you know. And look, I'm always shook.
Did X, Y, and Z. It's not like this came out of nowhere.
Man, look, this was probably one of the most ambitious things that we've ever done. And man, this is if people understood how much work we put in on a daily basis, there there's a lot of work that we put in on the back end that really goes into making this thing happen. We got some fun things planned for coming down the pipeline. A lot of fun things. But Ashley, before we gonna wrap up here. But before we go, you were mentioning you working on comic books. You got a comic coming out? Talk to us about that real quick.
I have a few. So there was a competition out to come up with a kind of mind-bending story. And so I came up with this story called Bad Juju. And for those who also don't know, I love horror. That's like my genre. Horror and comedy are two sides of the same coin to me, because you easily flip it. So for me, horror has always been my home. So the story Bad Juju is essentially about a child that is orphaned, and then ends up, this is about to get dark, but then it will turn light. A child who is orphaned, and while at an orphanage, she actually gets bullied and murdered by kids in the orphanage. And it's like it's not nice. It's brutal. Like, I'm gonna be describing, like, she's getting roped up, she's getting beat. Like, it's not a fun situation, and she gets into this dark place after death where it's just suffering, and it's the type of suffering that just feels eternal, and like you don't have a body. And then what happens to her, he kind of calls upon her mother, the one person who truly cared and loved her, to save her. And what her mother does is kind of bring her back to reality and actually brings her back to life. And she becomes the karma for those who have wronged others. She becomes the bad people.
Oh, wow.
And it's her story of learning how karma and how that works. It's deeper understanding than you just being punished. You have to kind of be in it to show people what they've done wrong and to really affect change. So that's kind of the comic that I'm going for. It's very kind of magical and dark, but it is all about kind of redemption and suffering.
Okay. Do you have an ETA? When can we expect to read that?
It's going to be a while. Right now I'm just teaching myself how to do the style and learn what style. Learning the style that I wanted to do for the comics for comedy. It took me like 6 to 8 hours of just trying different things to finally get it.
Gotcha.
This comic is going to take a while.
Okay.
Just to figure out how I want it to look and just the vibe. You know, I'll probably have the story itself done within a few months, but the drawing's probably going to take a minute.
Yeah, I can't draw. My whole book would be nothing but stick figures if it was left up to me. Shit. Stick figures, that's all it is.
Well, I also am doing drawings. I'm calling them promotions. I'm not really charging people. But my brother, he's got a bunch of stories he wants done. So I'm going to take whatever style he likes, and he's going to write the story, and I'm going to draw it for him. So he has that.
Okay.
So if anyone has a story and they want like a little comic strip where they want something small that can be done like in a week or two, I am totally down for that. I love things that bring people's visions to light. It's not like something I charge for, it's just something I enjoy doing. So you can reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever.
Okay, look, shit. Okay, go ahead, plug. Y'all.
I was gonna say, hey, go on, plug yourself.
Yeah.
Plug yourself.
Plug a Rolon 93 on Instagram. Yeah, go holler. It's on. Y'all see it on the screen.
That's right, Rolon 93.
Yeah. Hey, we about to wrap up, but before we go, we can't stop without doing the honey roast. Darrian, go ahead. Explain what the honey roast is.
Yes, ma'am. As you know, seen the show a bunch of times, so you already know what the honey roast is. So go ahead and follow.
It cracked up?
I said, go ahead and fire off. What you got?
Oh, I got a roast. Got this. I forgot this. Oh, okay. Man, you know what? I have such a hard time roasting people. It's only if I hate you, and I love you guys so much. Okay. So here I got it. Dario,
No. Don't, wait.
What?
She about to roast me. Is she about to?
Nobody.
Okay. Shit.
Nobody that's on the show.
Woo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh man,
You know
I thought she about to bring out the heater.
I'm sorry.
I was scared. I was like, woo, she about to flame my ass. Hold on.
It was gonna be a love roast.
Yeah, a love roast. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, a love roast. But nobody, no, it can't be Dario.
Okay. Remind me, like I told you, I dropped my coffee. Remember?
Yes. Honey roast. You got to show some love to somebody that's not on the podcast. Somebody that been there for you, supported you. Shout big your rock. Put it like that. Not Chris Rock, but just your rock. Your support.
I got an easy one. Your sister Dario.
Hey, let her do it. I'm here for it.
I got you. It was gonna be love. It was gonna be like, man, you're just so gentle. You're fluffy, not like fluffy because you're built, but you fluffy on the inside. That was gonna be it. No, you're lovely, fucking sister. That's the one.
Yeah.
I swear she keeps me calm. I tell her this all the time. I love her and her family. I don't know if she told you that I saw her actually at a bartending event that I was working.
Yeah, she told me. Yep.
Yeah. I see her family and what her kids do, and to remind me to be better people. Like, honestly, like I'm looking at what her mom does, her son does. It reminds me that I would have to be kinder to the people in my life. It also reminds me that I don't have to put up with shit from the people outside my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I have to sometimes I have to remind her how awesome she is. I'm like, girl, stop it. You're gorgeous. I love you. Stop.
Hey,
that is very fitting.
Yes, it is. Because
very fitting.
I know my sister loved it. Yes.
I can go on about that one.
Hey, it's cool. What's cool is my sister's also a fellow comedian, a very funny comedian too, in the city of Chicago. So, man, shout out to the.
And she's on the album.
And
Christian.
Yeah. And she on the album too. Yeah. Shout out to Family being on the album. We about to go. It's about to go crazy. Shit.
I love people. I could keep going.
Hey, if you got more roast, go ahead. Let them have it. This your world.
I can't roast. All I can say is that sometimes she doesn't realize how awesome she is. That's the only thing that gets me. I'm like, you got an awesome family. You can't complain about your kids. You can't say you don't love your kids. I see what you do with your kids.
Yeah.
There's too much love. You telling me you don't love them. No, you can't joke about that. You say, I don't want to see my kids live. You want to see kids every day.
Let her know. Shit.
I don't do roast very well. That's the reason why I've never done a roast battle. I'm terrible at it. I'm so bad.
We won't talk about roast battles because I won the first roast battle I was in, but I lost it at the same damn time. How that happened, I don't fucking know. I got robbed. Anyway, that's I shouldn't end on shade like that, but whatever. I got cheated. I got robbed. And you know what? Since we own it, now I'm turned up.
We know who won.
Yeah.
We know who won.
Yeah, we know who won. Damn it, I did. I don't know. Whatever. I won the roast.
It's been a very different chapter. We're signing off now.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, look.
Take us home, bro.
Hey, we got to go because you see this little pimple I got right here. This bad boy trying to make a comeback. So we got to leave before this motherfucking light expose all my business. Hey, but Chicago, thank you for rocking with us. Really appreciate y'all to death. Everybody that watches this live, everybody that listens to it. Thank you for supporting B Positive, Darrian, and all of our guests every single time. And guess what, y'all? Hey, what's up?
I was about to say something. We don't do this often, man.
Yeah.
Like, y'all go like the YouTube
yes.
page.
Yes.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Be Positive Podcast. Make sure you go, if you listen on Apple Music, make sure you review for us, please. 5 stars. If you guys could, if you don't like the production page, please go like the production page. We got like 1,400 people following the podcast page, but half of that is following the production page. So please go do that. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram at B_podcast. And then the same thing for the production page, B_
podcast.
B
production.
production. B _
something.
positive production. Hey, don't do that. Do all of that good stuff. We appreciate the support. We love you guys. Like, share videos. Dario told me to make a fan page. I'm still on the fence about that. We're going to see how that goes.
Make a fan page.
Dario fan page. We'll see. Like his fan page. We pushing out content, man. TJ, I'm going to kill you. Talk about go like Chris Rock's fan page. Kiss my ass. Y'all make sure y'all keep supporting, man. Buy some t-shirts so that we can send those proceeds to Black Lives Matter. Please do that. It ain't about t-shirts. It's definitely about the movement. So please go support. Yeah, that's all I got. I want to plug us. We don't never really plug us on the podcast. So I want to do that.
Yeah. That's how you succeed.
Yeah, we gotta.
And somebody get Truly on the phone.
Please.
My boy need it.
I need it. Also, next week we got we got a fun guest next week too. Next week we have Menage Pod. The podcast is going to be on the show, so please join in and see them. We got TJ and Jenna who's going to be here. The wonderful people that run that podcast, which is top 100 on iTunes. So keep on supporting them like you do. They'll be here next week. And as always, y'all stay safe. Y'all stay beautiful people. Stay happy. Make sure y'all doing the right thing, man. Black Lives Matter. Don't y'all dare forget it. And on that note, we'll see y'all next week, Thursday, 7 o'clock. Y'all be positive.
Yeah, take y'all ass to a restaurant. Go eat on the patio or something.
Y'all have a good one. I catch y'all. Ashley, thank you. Love you to death. Thank you.
Thank you.
J. Allen Productions.